Coming to you live from the AYSN Sports Center, the home of the Stallion Cup here in Domingo, in San Juan. This is week 3 of the 6th Stallion Cup Exped Charcoal Sox Conference. We have Bridgestone going up against Schone Mcdavid. This is Jonas Reyes, sir, live play-by-play anchor only for the Stallion Cup. Bridgestone in maroon, Schone Mcdavid in green. Bridgestone with a 1-1 win-loss record. Meanwhile, Schone Mcdavid at 0-2, looking for the first victory of our tournament. Here comes Gavin Kwa with the leather, defended by Wesley Contreras. Post pass, Aldrich Tan through a double team. Tan will score. First 2 points of the ball game scored by Aldrich Tan. Here comes Wesley Contreras, finding Jologo. Launches a 3, no good. Ball sails out. It goes out of bounds in favor of Bridgestone. In the Bridgestone starting unit are Gavin Kwa, Aldrich Stan, Kevin Lin, Isaiah Inductivo, and Ronald Ke. Meanwhile, for Schone Mcdavid, in their first 5 are Aaron Ko, Wesley Contreras, Hans Ang, Jologo, and Jobet Ko. Sideline inbound play here for the maroon shirts. Gavin Kwa fires a 3. Jackpot! First basket of the ball game for Bridgestone, nailed by Gavin Kwa. Here comes Jologo, defended by Inductivo. Bounce pass to Jobetko. Short jumper is no good. Rebound by Aldrich Stan. Kevin Lin. Forward pass to Gavin Kwa. Defended by Wesley Contreras. Aldrich Stan offering a pick. Switching over, it's Jologo. Here comes Gavin Kwa. Stepping back. Finds Lin from the corner. 3-pointer is no good. Rebound by Ang. Finds Go. Defended by Kwa, losing control of the leather, but Go recovers, lays it in, he will score. First basket, first basket of the ball game for Schone Mcdavid. Courtesy of Jologo, 3-pointer by Inductivo, that is too strong. Inductivo coming up with offensive board, floater with a foul. Counting the basket for Isaiah Inductivo. 3-point by opportunity for Isaiah Inductivo, giving the maroon shirts a 7-2 lead. And Aaron Ko limping over at the baseline. He will be subbed out early. At the free throw line to shoot the bonus is Isaiah Inductivo, who has been averaging 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 4.5 assists in our tournament. Replacing Aaron Ko from the Schone Mcdavid bench would be, we're waiting for the 5th guy from Schone Mcdavid here. And that 5th guy will be whom? It will be Kyle Slough. Up on his feet very quickly. No. Yeah, it will be Junjun Saplala coming into to the ball game, replacing Aaron Ko. Again at the stripe with the bonus. It's Isaiah Inductivo. Good on the bonus. 8-2 count in favor of Bridgestone. Here comes Contreras, guarded by Ke. Finds Jologo, post pass, Jobetko against Stan, finding a space. Jobetko will score. 8-4 count in favor of Bridgestone. Here comes Inductivo, defended by Ko. To Tan, back to Kevin Lin, to Inductivo. With a post pass to Tan, Lin at the corner, finds Inductivo from the baseline, drop pass, stolen away by Jologo. Here comes the green shirt, pass is too strong for Wesley Contreras. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of Bridgestone Tires. 7 minutes and 36 remaining here in the first. Here comes Ronald Ke, crossing the midcourt line, passes it to Inductivo. Defended by Jologo and Jobetko. Kevin Lin at the baseline. Ball is stolen away by Jobetko. Here comes Schone Mcdavid on the run. Go. Pull up 3. That is short. Jobetko is there for the putback. That's the foul. 3-point play opportunity for Jobetko. Ronald K called for the personal foul. Bonus free throw for Jobet is too strong. Rebound secured here by Gavin Kwa. 7 minutes remaining here in the first. Here comes Kwa with a crossover. Defended by Jolo Go. Stepping back. Fires a pass to Inductivo. A switch here by Contreras. With a handoff. Gavin Kwa spinning. Drops a pass. Aldrich Tan will score. That assist play is brought to you by Nike Park Access. First 2 points of the ball game for Aldrich Tan. 4-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Jolo Go. To Jobetko at the elbow. Saplala cutting to the basket. They say then he will score. Another Nike Park Access assist play. 8-10 is our score. Ronald K at the corner. Fires a 3. That is short. Rebound secured by Jobetko. Forward pass to Contreras. Pulls it back out. Fires a 3. That is no good. Another rebound by Ronald K. Inductivo. 2-on-1 break here for the Maroon Shirts. Kevin Lin with a one-hander. No good. Rebound by Jobetko. Finds Jolo Go. Defended by Gavin Kwa. Forward pass to Hans Ang. That is too strong. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of Bridgestone Tires. Ronald K. Whoa! Errant pass. Stolen away by Jolo Go. Whoa! Botches that lay-in, and that is a turnover against Schone Mcdavid. Ball going back here to Bridgestone Tires. A sorry miss there for Jolo Go. Here comes Isaiah Inductivo. Defended by Go. To Lin. Back to Inductivo. Bounce pass. Aldrich Tan down the post. Defended by Hans Ang. Tan. Hook shot. Too strong. Rebound by Jobetko. 5 minutes and 20 remaining here in the first. Wesley Contreras now with the leather. To Go. Defended by Kevin Lin. To Hans Ang. Partially open. Draws closer. And a traveling violation will be called. Our officials for this ball game, our crew chief, Ian Borbe. Umpire 1, Edgar Orpelia. Umpire 2, Fernan Alejo. 5:07 remaining in the first. We would like to thank our league sponsors. Exped Charcoal Socks, experience quality. Poison, the #1 paint. Kauri Tap Room, serving international favorites with Filipino twists. Nike Park Access. Celsius, energy drink, live fit. Proteria, premium fresh fruits and healthy lifestyle. And Kaukai, Thai Chicken House, good food, good friend. And new faces on the floor here, at least 9 of them. We have Hugo Ramirez on the floor for the first time here for the Maroon Shirts, defended by Kyle Slau. Sugelo Montecastro with the pass to Ko down the shaded lane. Montecastro to Neil Sese, defended by Saplala. Sese lays it in. That is no good. Rebound by Eldridge Nang. Here comes Kyle Slau, setting up the table for the green shirts. Slau with the bounce pass to Junjun Saplala. To Gino Noel, hounded by Sese. To a cutting Kyle Slau. Shot fake. Leaner is good. That's the foul. The foul will be called against number 5. That is Spencer Ko. Bonus free throw coming the way of Kyle Slau. Averaging 27 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4 assists per contest after 2 games for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Jello Montecastro. Finds Ko at the corner. Sese is flaring out. Launches a 3. That is offline. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of Shuna McDavid. Again, at 8:30 p.m., our main game, we have Studio 300 going up against Link & Co. CSI, battle of two undefeated teams in our tournament cards now. Firing a 3, that is an air ball, but ball was tapped out of bounds by Neil Sese. Ball will stay with the green shirts. Noel to Saplala. Open. Jumper. That is short. Rebound secured by Coach Jello Montecastro. Stepping on the gas. Montecastro finds an opening. He will score. First 2 points of the ball game for Jello Montecastro. 1 point lead for Bridgestone Tires. Gabriel Tew. Mid-range jumper is good. First 2 points of the ball game for Gabriel Tew. Montecastro to Ramirez. Hounded by Tew. Now to Jello Montecastro. Sese from the corner. 3-pointer is too strong. Rebound secured by Hugo Ramirez. Fresh 14 for the maroon shirts. Ramirez, stutter step. Jumper. That is short. Ball going back to Shuna McDavid. They are ahead by 1. 3:06 remaining here in the first. Here comes Gabriel Tew. Now to Kyle Slau, defended by Hugo Ramirez. Lau lays it in. That is too strong. Rebound by Neil Sese. The foul will be called against number 91, Eldridge Nang. Ball going back here to Bridgestone Tires. Here comes Ramirez. To Montecastro. To the corner. 3-pointer by Ko. That is no good. Rebound by Junjun Saplala. Hands it over to Eldridge Nang. Now with Gabriel Tew. Guarded by Ramirez. Tew finds a gap. Plays it in. He'll score. That's the foul. Spencer Ko will be called for the second personal foul. Gabriel Tew missing on that one. Ball going back here to Bridgestone Tires. 2 minutes and 30 remaining in the first. Montecastro. Sese down the corner. Fires a 3. No good. Rebound by Eldridge Nang. Forward to Tew. Now to Kyle Slau against Ko. Lays it in. He will score. 5 points in the ball game for Kyle Slau. Sese finds Montecastro. Guarded by Noel. Montecastro gets a foul from Gino Noel. At the stripe, shooting 2 free throws is Jello Montecastro. Averaging 12 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists for a contest is Coach Jello Montecastro. Nails the first, cutting Shuna McDavid's lead to 4. Second free throw for Jello Montecastro. He will miss. Rebound by Nang. Forward pass to Kyle Slau. Sidestepping move. Lefty layup. That is good. Wasting no time. Scoring on the fast break attack is Kyle Slau. 6-point advantage for Shuna McDavid. Here comes Chang at the elbow. Short pass to Ko. Jumper goes in and out. Rebound by Kyle Slau. Saplala leaking out. Goes up for an easy 2. 4 points in the ball game for Junjun Saplala. 8-point advantage for Shuna McDavid. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of the green shirt. 1 minute and 27 remaining here in the first. Sideline inbound play here for Shuna McDavid. Saplala now to Chu. Return pass to Saplala. Pulls up for a jumper. That is short. Rebound by Neil Sese. With a handoff to Jello Montecastro. Down the lane, Montecastro will score. Plus the foul. The foul will be called against number 71. That is Junjun Saplala. At the stripe, shooting the bonus is Jello Montecastro. Already with 5 in the ball game. Bonus free throw for Jello. Monte Castro trickles in. 6 points in this contest for Monte Castro. 5-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Paulo Tiu. Step back for a 3. Doesn't work. Rebound by Chang. Here comes Monte Castro. Stutter step. Rip through. No good. Rebound by Tiu. Ball now is with Kyle Slau. Sees a gap. Lau will score. 9 points in the ball game. For Kyle Slau, 7-point advantage. For Schone Mcdavid. Sese, bounce pass. That is stolen away. Another pickup here by the green shirts, and a holding foul will be called against Jello Monte Castro. Team foul number 4 against Bridgestone Tires. Ball going back to Schone Mcdavid. 37.2 seconds here in the opening period. Paulo Tiu. Now to Gino Noel. Back to Tiu. Fires a 3. Does it work? Offensive board. Eldridge Nang couldn't control that. Instead, stolen away by the maroon shirts. Here comes Monte Castro against Tiu. And to Chang. Back to Monte Castro. Game clock and shot clock identical. Castro sidestep, lays it in. Oh, he can't be stopped. Another basket by Jello Monte Castro. 4 seconds remaining here in the first. Here comes Lau with a runner. That is no good. And at the end of the first, a 23-18 advantage for Schone Mcdavid over Bridgestone Tires. This quarter break is brought to you by Exped Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. The second quarter when we come back. Back to live action here. Quarter number 2 between Schone Mcdavid and Bridgestone Tires to start up the period with Schone Mcdavid ahead by 5. Here comes Isaiah Inductivo in a bounce pass to Gavin Kwa, guarded by Joe Logo. Back to Inductivo. Post pass, Aldrich Stan. Hook shot. That won't work. Offensive board by Aldrich Stan. Fresh possession for the maroon shirt Stan. Power move to the basket. He will again miss. Offensive board by Tan, and a foul will be called this time against number 16. That is Gino Noel. The second of the ball game. Ball stays here with the maroon shirts. Here comes K, guarded by Joe Betko. Entry pass to Tan. Kevin Lin cutting from the baseline. Pass stolen away by Wesley Contreras. Here comes Joe Logo. Slowing things down for Schone Mcdavid. Go with a crossover. Sidestep. Lays it in. No good. Rebound by Ang. Bounce pass. Noel with the reverse. He will miss. Kick out pass to Contreras. Joe Betko. Familiar jumper. No good. Ball tapped out of bounds by Hans Ang. Ball will go back to Bridgestone Tires. 9 minutes remaining here in the second. Here comes Isaiah Inductivo. Asking for a clear out. Screen here by K. Finding Gavin Kwa from the baseline. Runner. No good. Rebound by Wesley Contreras. Schone Mcdavid with a 5-point lead. Contreras finding Noel. Jologo for 3. He'll miss. Rebound by Jobetko. Fresh 14 for the green shirts. Contreras with the ball. Finds Go. Fires a 3. Offline. Rebound by Kevin Lin. Forward to Gavin Kwa. Defended by Go. Stutter step. Kua will miss. Fight for the loose ball. Secured here by Gino Noel. Now with Jobetko. Handoff. Jolo Go. Defended by Ronald K. A pass to Jobetko from the free throw line. Jumper that is off. Rebound by Inductivo. 8 minutes remaining here in the second. Inductivo. Rotation dribble. Lays it in. Who? And a foul will be called against number 77, Jobetko. The free throws will be awarded here to Isaiah Inductivo. Averaging 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per contest here in our tournament. The 6th Stallion Cup presented by Xped Charcoal Socks in week 3 of our tournament. Inductivo missing on the second free throw. Rebound by the green shirt. Here comes Jolo Go. Screen by Gino Noel. Go. Spinning. Shot is no good. Rebound battle here. Jolo Go with a save. Ball will stay with Shone Mcdavid. 13 on the shot clock. Here comes Wesley Contreras with an inbound to Jobetko. Jolo Go. Fires a 3. Goes in and out. Rebound by Aldrich Stan. Forward to Gavin Kwa. Against Go. Steal by Jolo Go. Here comes Shone Mcdavid on the attack. Go colliding with Ronald K. The foul will be called against Ronald K. His second of the ball game. Sideline inbound play for the green shirts. Noel with the handoff to Contreras to Jobetko. Contreras, corner, 3, jackpot! 7-point advantage for Shone Mcdavid. That is their first field goal of the second period. Here comes Gavin Kua. Defended by Contreras with a switch to Go. Finds Inductivo down the corner. Driving middle. Inductivo fades. He will score. That is the first field goal, meanwhile, of Bridgestone in the period. Inductivo now with 6 in the ball game. Jobetko, he will be called for a traveling violation. Ball goes back to Bridgestone Tires with 6:42 remaining in the second. Sideline inbound play. Ronald K. Finding Isaiah Inductivo. Crossing the midcourt line. Gavin Kua asking for the leather. Bounce pass to Ronald K. Pass it to the post. Aldrich Tan against Ang. One-hander by Tan. That is no good. Rebound. Oh! Tan again with the leather. Ball is deflected. Taken away here by Jolo Go. Ball goes out of bounds. Still in favor of Shone Mcdavid. 6 minutes and 15 here in the second. Here comes Jolo Go. To Jobetko. Jolo Go for 3. Short. Ball goes out of bounds. That will be in favor of Bridgestone Tires. As we approach the final 6-minute mark of the second period. Here comes Gavin Kua. Hesitation dribble. Lays it in. Kua will miss. Rebound secured by Jobetko. Looking down the floor. Ko finds Contreras. Another 3. This time he misses. The rebound by Jobetko. Free throw line jumper. Missing again. Gino Noel with the putback. First 2 points of the ball game for Gino Noel. A 7-point advantage for Shone Mcdavid. Inductivo with a floater. No good. Rebound by Hans Ang. Fires a pass to Jobetko. Finding Contreras. Guarded by Tan. Contreras to Jolo Go. Launches a 3. Jackpot! 10-point advantage for Shone Mcdavid. Jolo Go with 5 now in the ball game. Gavin Kua spinning against Noel. Kua will be fouled. Foul will be called against Gino Noel. That will be his third of the ball game. 5:07 remaining here in the second. We have a mandatory substitution. We'd like to thank our league sponsors, Xped, Charcoal Socks, Experience Quality, Boysen, the number one paint, Kauri Tap Room, serving international favorites with Filipino twist, Nike Park Access, Celsius Energy Drink, Live Fit. Back to live action here. Here comes Paulo Tiu back on the floor for Schone Mcdavid. He's open. Fires a three. That is short. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of Bridgestone Tires. Harold Chang passes it to Hugo Ramirez. Finds Jello Montecastro. Bounce pass to Ko, guarded by Nang. Hands it over to Montecastro with a floater. No good. Ko, offensive board. Stop there. On his tracks by Paulo Tiu. Forward pass intended for Jujun Saplala. Telegraph by Ramirez with a pass. Montecastro with a sidestep. He will score. 10 points now in the ballgame for Jello Montecastro. Cutting down Schone Mcdavid's lead to 6. Here comes Lau. Defended by Sese. Screen by Nang. Now to Paulo Tiu. Post pass to Nang. Hands it over. Tiu. 4-3. Doesn't work. Ball tapped out of bounds by Neil Sese. Ball stays with Schone Mcdavid. Hans Ang. Tap Lala. 4-3. Bang! Bang! 7 points in the ballgame for Junjun Saplala. His first three-pointer of the ballgame. 9-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Ramirez. Trying to respond. 4-3. Jackpot! First basket of the ballgame for Hugo Ramirez is a three-pointer. Lead back to 6 here for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Paulo Tiu. Screen by Nang. Tiu. Elbow J. That is short. Rebound by Chang. Now to Sese. Back to Jello. Montecastro. Forward pitch to Spencer Ko. That is too strong. Turnover against Bridgestone Tires. Ball going back here to Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Paulo Tiu. Saplala against Chang. Back to Tiu. Now to Lau. Screen by Nang. Lau with a jumper. Bottom! 11 points in the ball game for Kyle Lau. 8-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Ramirez. Finds Chang. Post pass to Ko. Mid-range J. Bottom! Spencer Ko responds with a jumper off his own. Kyle Lau wasting no time. Drives. Hangs. He's fouled. Foul will be called against Spencer Ko. At the stripe, shooting 2 free throws is Kyle Lau. The first one rims out. 2:45 remaining here in the second. Second free throw for Kyle's. Also short. Rebound secured by Chang. With the pass, Montecastro. Ramirez. 4-3. No good. Fogg going for the putback. He will miss. Rebound by Ang. Paulo Tiu finds Kyle Lau. Stops on a dime. Three-pointer. He will miss. Ball is tapped out of bounds by Ko. Ball will go back. The ball will stay rather with Mcdavid Schone. Paulo Tiu tasked with the inbound from their own baseline to Saplala. He's open. Now to Lau. Driving middle. Lau dumps a pass. Saplala will be called for the traveling violation. 2 and 12 remaining here in the second. Bridgestone Tires with the ball. They are down by 6. Monte Castro with a crossover and a foul on the floor will be called. Paulo Q. Here comes Ramirez, sideline inbound to Monte Castro, cutting from the left, scoop layup, no good. Chang is there for the offensive board. Kick out pass, Ramirez fires a three, too strong, long bounce. Rebound here by Kyle Slough. Losing control of the leather, that is a turnover. Ball goes back to Bridgestone Tires. 1 minute and 40 remaining here in the second. Here comes Monte Castro. Cese fires a three. That is no good. Fight for the loose ball. Picked up here by Jello Monte Castro. Extricating himself. Gets a foul. Foul will be called against number 11. That is Hans Ang. At the stripe, shooting 2 free throws is Coach Jello Monte Castro. Already with 10 points in this ball game. Make that 11. Monte Castro knocks down the first. Reloading for the second. Short of the second free throw. Loose ball picked up here by Neil Cese. Goes for the lay-in. No good. Rebound by Eldridge Nang. Forward pass to Junjun Saplala against Tang. Saplala will score! Oh, 9 points in the contest for Junjun Saplala. Here comes Ramirez. Guarded by Tew. Pulls it back out to Monte Castro. Guarded by Nang. Here comes Monte Castro. Backing down his defender. Monte Castro behind the back pass. Neil Cese will score. Oh, what a play. That is brought to you by Nike Park Access. Kyle Slough. Ball is deflected. Oh, that is a turnover against Kyle's. Ball going back to Bridgestone Tires. 47.7 seconds remaining here in the second. Monte Castro with the ball. Looking to create. Finds Hugo Ramirez. Paul provides a screen. Ramirez, fadeaway J. That one trickles in. 34.9 seconds remaining in the second. This timeout is brought to you by Exped Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. We will be back. .9 seconds remaining here in the second period. Kyle Slough with the ball. Ramirez waiting to defend. Here comes Slough. Screen being offered here by Nang. Ramirez still on him. Lau with the pass. Saplala, one-hander. That is short. Rebound by Chang. He steps out of bounds. Oh, a foul rather will be called against Eldridge Nang with Schone Mcdavid in the penalty. 2 free throws will be awarded here to number 23, Harold Chang. 16.1 seconds remaining here in the second. First attempt for Chang. That is good. First basket in the ball game for Harold Chang. Lining up for the second. Missing on that one. But Neil Sese is there for the offensive board. Sese will score. Reverse three-point play for Bridgestone Tires. Cutting down Schone Mcdavid's lead to 38 to 35. 16.1 seconds remaining in the second. We have an official timeout. Quarter break is brought to you by Exped Charcoal Socks. Experience quality the third quarter when we return. Second half of action between Schone Mcdavid and Bridgestone. We are deadlocked at 38. This is week 3 of the Stallion Cup Season 6 Exped Charcoal Sox Conference. Live from the AYSN Sports Center here in Domingo in San Juan. This is Donas Reyes, your live play-by-play anchor only for the Stallion Cup. Jologo fires a 3. He will miss. Save here by Wesley Contreras. Finding Joe Betko. Hangs in the air. He will score. First 2 points of the second half scored by Joe Betko. Schone Mcdavid ahead by 2. Here comes Isaiah Inductivo with a pass to Jello Montecastro, leading scorer at the half. The Bridgestone Tires finds Ko, guarded by Nang. Finds Gavin Kwa, open 3. That is too strong. Rebound by Inductivo. Ball tapped out of bounds by Jello Montecastro. Oh, a foul. Foul. Okay, foul called against Gonzalo Montecastro. Here comes Contreras to Inductivo. To Ko, touch passing by the green shirts. Here comes Go. Down the shaded lane and a traveling violation will be called against Jolo Go. Ball going back here to Bridgestone Tires. Pass intended for Inductivo. Goes wayward in favor of Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Wesley Contreras in the leather. Defended by Inductivo. To Jologo. Kyle Slau fires a 3. Doesn't work. Rebound by Ko. Finds Montecastro against Slau. Scoop layup. It's no good, but a foul will be called against Kyle Slau. His first of the ball game. At the stripe, shooting the free throws, his coach, Jello Montecastro. Bridgestone Tires trying to bounce back from a 76-71 defeat last Saturday against Studio 300. Meanwhile, Schone Mcdavid still in search of their first victory of the tournament. They're currently at 0-2. Bridgestone at 1-1 in the win-loss column. Here comes Wesley Contreras. Finds Go. Back to Contreras. Go. Launches a 3. Jackpot! Another 3-pointer for Jolo. Go his second of the ball game. Giving Schone Mcdavid a 3-point lead. Here comes Montecastro. Guarded by Lau. Finds Go. Guarded by Nang. Step back for a jumper. Goes in and out. Rebound secured by Jolo Go. Defended by Kwa. Go. Sorry, step. Contreras. Kyle Slau from the baseline. Colliding with Aldrich Tan, who will be called for a foul. At the stripe, shooting 2 free throws would be Kyle Slau. Schone Mcdavid, meanwhile, absorbing a heartbreaking 89-88 loss last Saturday against Zeus.ph. As Lau misses on the first free throw. Lining up for the second attempt is Kyle Slau. In that ball game against Zeus, Kyle Slau and Jolo Go leading scorers for Schone Mcdavid. Kyle's with 30 points, backstop by Jolo Go, finished with 28. Gavin Kua will be called for an offensive foul, knocking down Wesley Contreras down the floor. Bridgestone, on the other hand, will be that will be Gavin Kua's first personal foul of the ball game. Contreras with an inbound to Jolo Go. Back to Contreras. Guarded by Inductivo. Finds Go. to Kyle Slau. Fires is 3. That is no good. Rebound by Jobetko. But he overcooks that one. Rebound by the maroon shirts. Here comes Jello Montecastro. Screen by Tan. Montecastro behind the back dribble. Sidestep. Loncho. That shot is good. Oh, 15 in the ballgame for Jello Montecastro. Lead down to 2 for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Kyle Slau. Finds Contreras. Back to Lau. Stolen away by Jello Montecastro. Easy 2. We are tied at 44. Montecastro with 17 in the ballgame. Jologo with a shot fake. Sidestep. No look pass. Lau. Reverse. He is fouled. Foul will be called against Spencer Ko. Kyle Slau at the stripe to shoot 2 free throws. Good on the first. Lau now with 13 in the ballgame. Second free throw for Kyle. That is too strong. But he gets the ball back and bumped out of the floor by number 5 by Spencer Ko. That is his 5th foul of the ball game, and Bridgestone is now in the penalty. 2 free throws once again will be awarded to Kyle Slau. Six minutes and 50 remaining here in the third. Lau short on the first. 6 minutes and 50 remaining in the third. Reloading for the second. Lau with a free throw. That is good. 46 to 44 advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Montecastro. Crossing the midcourt line. Defended by Kyle Slau. Gavin Kua asking for the leather. He doesn't get it. Inductivo launches a 3. That is offline. Kua is there for the offensive board. Lays it in. 7 now in the ballgame for Gavin Kua. Here comes Wesley Contreras. Finds Kyle Slau. To a cutting. Jobetko spinning. Avoiding the defense. He will score. Jobetko now with 8 markers in the ballgame. Ramirez. Open 3. That is too strong. Rebound by Montecastro. Fresh 14 for the maroon shirts. Montecastro guarded by Nang. Montecastro still with the ball. Dumps a pass. Stan with a hook shot. That is no good. Rebound by Jobetko. Hands it over to Jologo. Bounce pass to Kyle Slau. Contreras from the corner. Stepping back for a 3. Jackpot! 5-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. But Contreras collides with Jello Montecastro. Schone Mcdavid not yet in the penalty. Ball will stay with Bridgestone tires. Paulo Tiu back in the ballgame, replacing Jologo. Sideline inbound play for the maroon shirts. Looking for win number 2 in our tournament. Currently, they have a 1-1 win-loss record. Here comes Jello Montecastro. Rolls a pass. Down the post. So Paulo Tiu gets the foul. Oh, Gavin Ko rather. Fishing expedition. That would work. Getting a foul from Paulo Tiu. Checking back into the ball game. We have Gino Noel replacing Eldridge Nang. 5 minutes and 33 remaining here in the third. Gavin Kua lining up for the bonus. That is good. 51 to 49 advantage for Schone Mcdavid. 2. Now to Contreras. Bounce pass to Jobetko. Guarded by Ramirez. Q from the corner. Jackpot! 5-point lead for Schone Mcdavid. Monte Castro with the ball. Setting up the table for the maroon shirts. Green by Tan. To Aldrich. Tan. Ramirez from the right flank. Fires a 3. Too strong. Rebound by Gino Noel. Hand it over to Joe Betko. Now with Kyle Slau. To Tew. Driving baseline. Pinoy step. Place it in. No good. Tew with the rebound. To Joe Betko. Lau. Fires a 3. Jackpot! 6 3-pointer of the ball game for Schone Mcdavid. They are now up by 8. Ramirez with the ball, hesitating on that shot. Called for the dribbling violation. 57-49 advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Neil Sese checking back in. For Bridgestone Tires, he replaces Isaiah Inductivo. Joe Logo back after a short breather for Schone Mcdavid. Tew. Now to go to Joe Betko. Kyle Slau. Another 3. Bang! Bang! Back-to-back hits from downtown by Kyle Slau, giving Schone Mcdavid a 60-49 lead. Meanwhile, Sese wide open for that winner. 4 points in the ballgame for Neil Sese. Schone Mcdavid ahead by 9. Here comes Paulo Tew. Seeing a gap, drops a pass to Gino Noel, who loses control of the leather down the baseline. Ball going back here to Bridgestone Tires. Here comes Monte Castro through traffic. Drop pass intended for Neil Sese. Goes out of bounds. Ball going back to Schone Mcdavid with 3 minutes and 47 remaining in the third. Here comes Lau. Slowing things down for the green shirts. Lau. Long 3. That won't work. Rebound by Gavin Qua. Forward pitch to Jello Monte Castro. Stutter step against Noel. Ramirez. Open 3. Jackpot! Finally nailing a 3-pointer is Hugo Ramirez in this quarter. 6-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Lau. Jolo go. 4-3. No good. Rebound by Gavin Qua. 3 minutes and 11 remaining in the third. Monte Castro. Ramirez. Another 3. Goes in and out. Rebound battle secured here by Kyle Slau. 3 minutes here remaining in the third. A 6-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Lau. Drop pass. Joe Betko. Short stab is no good. Rebound by Ramirez. Forward. Monte Castro. Layup is no good. Rebound secured by the green shirts. Joe Betko with a fake, and a foul will be called against Aldrich Tan. Bridgestone in the penalty. Neil Sese called for the personal foul at the stripe. Shooting 2 free throws is Joe Betko. Already with 8 points in the ballgame together with 11 rebounds. First free throw trickles out for Jobet. Reloading for the second free throw. Missing as well, but he gets his own board. Fires a pass. Jolo go. Lefty runner. No good. Rebound by Monte Castro. Bridgestone Tires now on the run. Monte Castro. Ramirez for 3. No good. Rebound by Aldrich Tan. Holding foul will be called against Gino Noel. His second of the ball game. His fourth rather. The ball game as Eldridge Nang checks back into the ball game, replacing Joe Betko. Inbound from the baseline for the maroon shirts. Here comes Monte Castro. Looking for options. Bounce pass to Gavin Qua. Defended by Tew. Fadeaway J. Doesn't work. Rebound by Jolo Go. Here comes Schone Mcdavid on the attack. Go. Pull up 3. Jackpot! 9th 3-pointer of the ball game for Schone Mcdavid. They are ahead. 63-54. Ramirez. Guarded by Go. Ramirez sees an opening. Monte Castro to a cutting Gavin Kua. Nearly stolen. Ramirez. Shot is blocked by Gino Noel. Shot block brought to you by Kauri Tap Room, serving international favorites with Filipino twists. Shot clock violation against Bridgestone Tires. Ball going back here to Shuna Mcdavid. Inbound from the end line here for the green shirts. Here comes Kyle Slough. 1:40 remaining in the third. Jologo open from the corner. Guarded by Kwa, and a foul given up by Gavin Kua. Bridgestone in the penalty. Jologo shooting 2 free throws. Already with 11 in the ball game. As that Harold Chang returns to the ball game, replacing Neil Sese as Jologo knocks down the first. 12 points, 4 boards, 2 assists in the ball game for Jologo. 10-point lead for Shuna Mcdavid. Goal will miss on the second. Rebound by Tan. Here comes Gavin Kua. Defended by Paulo Q. Aldrich Tan offers a pick. Kua pulls up for the 3. Bang, bang! 13 points in the ball game for Gavin Kua. A 64-57 lead for Shuna Mcdavid. Here comes Lau. Defended by Kua. Lau. Bounce pass. Jologo. Down the baseline. Go. Stepping back. Jumper is good! Plus the foul! Woo! That foul will be called against Harold Chang. 3-point play opportunity for Jologo. Former De La Salle Green Archer. Now here at the Stallion Cup, teaming up with UP's Kyle Slough, forming a tandem over here at Shuna Mcdavid. Exactly a minute remaining here in the third. Bridgestone Tires down 67-57. Here comes Gavin Kua. Screen by Monte Castro. Paulo Tiu denying Kua of the opening. Chang, corner 3. Doesn't work. Rebound by Kyle Slough. 40 seconds remaining in the third. Lau, kick out pass. Jologo, stepping back for a 3. Jackpot! Woohoo! Another Jologo 3-pointer. Gives Shuna Mcdavid a 13-point lead. Monte Castro finds Inductivo against Lau. Back to Monte Castro, attacking from the right. Floater is no good. Ball is tapped. Won here by Tan. Finds Inductivo. Skipping to the rim. Floater. He will miss but a tap. Both back is good for Jello Monte Castro. 19 now in the ball game for Jello Monte Castro. Jobet ko. Pass is deflected. And at the end of the third, a 70-59 advantage for Shuna Mcdavid over Bridgestone Tires. This quarter break is brought to you by Xped Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. The final quarter when we come back. The final quarter between Shuna Mcdavid and Bridgestone Tires. 11-point advantage for the boys in green, looking to hang on in this final quarter, trying to notch win number 1 of our tournament. Going through our week 2 results, Lincoln Co. CSI winning it 116 to 103 over Boysen. Anthem Metro Schone with an 88 to 67 victory over CW Home Depot. Then last Saturday, Zush escaping with an 89 to 88 win over Schone Mcdavid, followed by an 89 to 70 victory for Fabriano Casio over Pet1 Kent Floors. 89 to 70 is the score in that ball game. Meanwhile, Studio 300 coming away with a 76 to 71 victory over Bridgestone Tires. And our final ball game last Saturday, Razon, Halo Halo, and Palabok notching a win over Traverse Asia Builder with a score of 94 to 93. Back to live action here. Jologo. Fadeaway J! It's pure! Oh! Ay, 20 in the ballgame for Jologo, equaling the output of Kyle Slau. Meanwhile, Jello Montecastro, top scoring in this ballgame, leading all scorers with 21. His team, though, still down by 11. Jologo, long three, jackpot! Woo! Jologo coming in alive here in the second half, already with 23 in this ball game. Montecastro sidestep, lays it in. He will score. 12-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Jobetko to Contreras with a fake. Bounce pass. Jobetko entry to Junjun Saplala. Finds Jologo through traffic. Go! Is fouled. Foul will be called against Jello Montecastro. Sideline inbound play here for Jologo. Finds Contreras. Jobetko asking for the leather. Go. Off a handoff. Screen by Ko. Block from behind by Montecastro. That block shot brought to you by Kauri Taproom. Meanwhile, Montecastro taking advantage of that breakaway. Montecastro with another basket. 25 now in the contest for Coach Jello. Contreras with the ball. Defended by Sese. Now to Jobetko near the free throw line. Guarded by Kua. To Nang. Elbow jumper. That is short. Rebound by Saplala. Ball is tapped out of bounds. Ball will stay with Schone Mcdavid already with just 3 on the shot clock. Contreras. Baseline inbound. Tuko. Launches a 3. That is no good. 24-second shot clock violation against Schone Mcdavid. Ball going back here to Bridgestone Tires. Inductivo. Sky. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball will stay with Bridgestone Tires. Inbound from the baseline here for the maroon shirts. Here comes Sese. To Montecastro. Defended by Jolo Go. Sese. Corner 3. That won't work. Rebound secured by Junjun Saplala. Ball now with Jobetko. Jologo. Defended by Jello Montecastro. Going a crossover. Switching over is Aldrich Tan. We have a mismatch. Fires a pass over to the players of Link and Go. Ball going back here to Bridgestone Tires. 7 and 26 remaining here in the fourth. Montecastro is handling the leather. Ball going back to Schone Mcdavid. Kyle Slau re-entering the ballgame. He replaces Junjun Saplala. Inbound from the baseline for the green shirts. Jobetko tasked with the baseline inbound. And I think, will there be a warning?
Warning on number 27,
Jologo called for a warning for resentment to a call. Again, our main game scheduled at 8:30 p.m. We have Studio 300 going up against Link & Co, CSI, Jobetko. Now to Contreras, stolen away by Inductivo. To Montecastro, to Inductivo, lays it in. Lead down to 8 for Schone Mcdavid. Timeout is requested by the green shirts. This timeout is brought to you by Exped Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. We will be back. Schone Mcdavid with the possession. They are ahead 75 to 67. Here comes Kyle Lau. Defended by Inductivo. Lau, hesitation dribble, sees an opening, drops a pass. Gino Noel, short stab is no good. Rebound by Inductivo. Outlet to Monte Castro. Easy two. Lead down to 6 for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Jolo Go, defended by Ramirez. Go. Shot is no good. Rebound by Gavin Kua. Here comes Bridgestone Tires on the run. Kua. Layup is short. Rebound by Gino Noel. Now to Contreras. To Lau. Against Stan. Lau will miss. Rebound by Aldrich Stan. Inductivo. To Gavin Kua. Loves a pass. Monte Castro will miss. But Monte Castro with the rebound and the pushing foul will be called against Jello Monte Castro. Sorry, miss there. For Bridgestone Tire, 6:18 remaining in the fourth. The green shirts get the ball back. They are ahead by 6. Here comes Wesley Contreras with the ball. Pulls up. 43. Bang, bang! Another Wesley Contreras three-pointer. That will give Schone Mcdavid a 9-point lead. Monte Castro with a pass to Gavin Kua. Defended by Contreras. Kua driving baseline. Kick out. Ramirez for 3. Air ball on that one. Ball tap by Nang. Ball will stay with Bridgestone Tires. Gavin Kua to Monte Castro with a sidestep floater. That is no good. Rebound by Gino Noel with a pitch to Wesley Contreras. Finds Go. Pulls up 43. That is no good. Oh! Over the back foul will be called against Eldridge Nang. No team yet in the penalty. Ball goes back here to Bridgestone Tires. Here comes Jello Monte Castro with the ball. Crossing the midcourt line with 5:20 remaining here in the fourth. Monte Castro directing traffic for the maroon shirts to Ramirez down the corner, guarded by Nang. Back to Monte Castro to Ramirez. Gavin Kua asking for the leather. Monte Castro for 3. No good. Another rebound by Gino Noel. His 8th of the ball game. Here comes Kyle Lau, flowing down the pace for Schone Mcdavid. Lau with a crossover, guarded by Inductivo. Lau, short stab off the glass. It's good. 22 in the ball game for Kyle Lau. An 11-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Gavin Goa! Full of 3 is good. 16 for the evening for Gavin Kua. An 80-72 advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Kyle Lau, spinning. Scoop layup is good. 10-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Kua, pull up 3. That is too strong. Ball goes out of bounds in favor of Schone Mcdavid. 4 minutes and 10 remaining here in the fourth. Schone Mcdavid with the possession. Here comes Kyle Slough. Crossing the midcourt line. Guarded by Monte Castro. Here comes Lau. Switching over is Ramirez. Lau. Stepping back. Elbow J. Bottom. Oh. Back-to-back hits by Kyle Lau. Already with 24 in the ball game. Here comes Hugo Ramirez. Pulls up for a 3. That is short. Rebound by Kyle Lau. Lau rushing things down the floor. Fires a 3. Jackpot! Wow! 7 straight points by Kyle Slough. A 15-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Gavin Kua trying to respond. Kua to Inductivo. Goes up for a 3. No good. Rebound by Monte Castro. Back to Kua. Short stab. No good. But a foul will be called against Eldridge Nang. Checking back into the ball game is number 23, Harold Chang. Gavin Kua shooting 2 free throws. First one trickles in. 87-73 advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Kua intentionally missing the second, but the ball is taken away here by Gino Noel. To the corner, Zologo, 4-3, jackpot! Oh! 14 3-pointers in the ballgame for Schone Mcdavid. They are ahead by 17. Zologo comes up with the steal. They don't have to rush. They are ahead 90-73. Here comes Go. Another 3. Forces up a shot. No good. Harold Chang picks up the loose ball. 2 minutes and 38 remaining in the fourth. Gavin Kua all alone. 43. Bang, bang. 14-point advantage for Schone Mcdavid. Here comes Kyle Slough. Crossing the midcourt line. Guarded by Inductivo. Lau with a crossover. Wasting away the shot clock. It reads 10. Lau. Behind the back pass. Go. 4-3. That is short. Rebound by Aldrich Stan. Forward to Gavin Kua. Pulls up. 4-3. Jackpot! That 3-pointer is brought to you by Boysen. The number 1 paint. Back-to-back 3-pointers by Gavin Kua. Cuts down. Schone Mcdavid's lead to 11. 2-2 remaining in the fourth. This timeout is brought to you by Xped. Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. We will be back. Last 2 minutes is brought to you by Xped Charcoal Socks. Experience quality. Schone Mcdavid ahead by 11. Here comes Kyle Slough. Defended by Neil Sese. Lau with a stutter step. Crossover. Pull up J. Jumper short. Oh, ball tap. So Jobetko over at the legs of Aldrich Stan. Ball will go back to Schone Mcdavid. 1:40 remaining in the fourth. Here comes Lau. Defended by Sese. Lau near the free throw line. Finds Q. Free throw line. Floaters, guys! Paolo Q with another basket. Extending Schone Mcdavid's lead to 13. Q with 9 in the ball game as Jologo comes up with a steal. And an easy 2. 28 in the evening for Jologo. Here comes Chang. Drops a pass. Neil Sese. Short stab. No good. Rebound by Kyle Slough. 1:09 remaining here in the fourth. Jologo Defended by Tan. To a cutting, Jobet Ko. Down the baseline. Ko. Short stab is no good. Rebound by Albert Tan. Here comes Gavin Kua. The crossover. Pull of 3. Doesn't work. Rebound by Kyle Slau. Less than 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Jolo go. Fires a 3. In and out. Rebound by Jobet Ko. Schone Mcdavid. That's wasting away the clock. Looking good in getting their first victory of the tournament as Lau nails a 3. Three-pointer brought to you by Boysen, the number 1 paint. Kyle Slau, 32 points in this ball game. A big performance by Kyle Slau. Ramirez trying to answer back. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound by Hans Ang. 97 to 79 advantage for Schone Mcdavid as Ang. Jumper is no good. Again, our final score, a 97 to 79 victory for Schone Mcdavid over Bridgestone Tires. First victory of the tournament for Schone Mcdavid against 2 losses. Meanwhile, Bridgestone drops to 1-2. This has been Jonas Reyes, our live play-by-play anchor, only for the Stallion Cup post-game interviews when we come back. We have here our boys in the number 1 paint. Best player of the ball game, Kyle Slau, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 4 of 9 shooting from 3-point land, leading Schone Mcdavid to their first victory of the tournament over Bridgestone Tires to the score of 97 to 79. Una muna, sir, coming off 2 losses, finally nailing that victory. Were there adjustments? Were there adjustments that you made to finally break through, coming up with a breakthrough win?
Well, it's more of getting the rhythm of the team. Not much adjustment because tiwala naman sa teammates ko na they know how to play basketball, especially yung mga go-to guys namin like Jolo, Jobet. So it's more of just gelling, just getting the rhythm. Last week we lost a tough one, but we were there. So thankfully this game nakuha namin. Didn't have a lot of pressure dun sa end, but it was close up until the midway of the fourth.
Well, talk to us with about your backcourt duo, you and Jologo. Forming a great partnership here over at Schone Mcdavid.
Well, Jolo's a great player. That's why he's been in the PBA for Blackwater, for MPBL. So it shows the caliber of a player he is. So it's more of me complimenting him and him complimenting me back. So not much of an adjustment, not much of a more of amuyan lang talaga.
Again, looking forward. You have more games to play here over at the Stallion Cup. What are you looking forward the most here in a brand new season of the Stallion Cup?
Well, of course, the competition. That's number 1. Number 2, the friendship the relationships and friendships that we have connected with some players, some committees. So it's more of a brotherhood, more than the competition. It's the brotherhood that we made here.
Again, finally, sir, anyone you want to greet or give a shout out to?
I want to greet my wife, Christine. So she's watching at home. My family, my friends, si John, sila Gian. So, and yung mga committee and all the fans of Stallion. Hopefully you enjoyed the games and please support us more.
Again, that's the best player of the ball game brought to you by Boys and the number 1 paint, Kyle Slough, leading Schone Mcdavid to the very first victory of the tournament. When we come back, our main game, we have Studio 300 going up against Link & Co. CSI. You're still watching the 6th Stallion Cup presented by XPED Charcoal Soft.